Page 26, this is a 3-minute technique on pedaling. I'm also going to cover page 27 here, pedaling the chords. Basically, this is just talking about using the pedal. So it gives me another excuse to rant on about the pedal in my... At the top of the page, on page 26, they give you these bulleted things, these little things. Okay. Always keep your heel on the floor. Now that's kind of important. You anchor the heel on the floor and you're working it at the ankle. Don't move the whole foot and arm up and down like that. Now, if your shoes or something isn't allowing you to do that, or maybe some pianos, or especially with an electronic keyboard, the pedal is high, way up. If that's the case, then get something to put under your heel to raise your foot up so it's not so high, so you don't have to bend your ankle way up to get there. But it's kind of important to leave the heel on the floor. It says the up motion of the pedal occurs as the key is struck. That's not necessarily true. It happens at different times. The pedal down goes right after the note is played, and that's the style we're learning now, although there's other times when it happens other times. But that's what we're learning now. And they say use half rest to prepare the finger for the next key. That's on this pedaling the scale thing. We're just doing a G major scale from G to G. And you hopefully know the G major scale, but you're using the same finger. You can use any finger you want. They say 3, I'm going to use 2 because I'm a rebel and I'll do it different. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to use the pedal to hold it out. Well, now this is just an exercise because in the actual music we probably wouldn't do it this way. But the idea is at the beginning of this, you push the note down first and then the pedal. I'm going to start the sound before I release the overtones. So it's here. And then I'm going to change the pedal after I play the next note so it overlaps just a little bit. Here and then here. So those little up arrows, those are under the notes, but I'm actually doing it right after the note. They don't put those indications, pedal indications, exactly where they go. That's where a teacher comes in to teach you where to put it. Now, I'm pretending to be the teacher, so I'll tell you, and that's what we're doing. If you play the scale without the pedal here, listen carefully to the sound, and then you play that same scale the way they're doing it here. It sounds different. You can hear a difference in the sound between those two, and that's an important difference. That's what I'm trying to get you to listen for, that little difference. That's why we only use pedal when we need to, hopefully. Some people just pedal everything. Actually, that's not true. Most people pedal everything. Professionals know better, but otherwise most people just pedal everything. That's because they're just used to it. They're used to the sound, and they're used to they're just accustomed to pedal everything. It helps to cover up their mistakes in their fingers when they don't do things quite right in the fingers. I'm going to try and get you to be very critical with hearing and very critical on how you use the pedal. It's one of the reasons we learn a piece first without pedal, and then we add the pedal last so we can hear the difference. At the bottom of page 26, they're talking pedaling intervals. Here, you get the notes here. You get the idea. You change the pedal each time the chord changes, each time because we don't want to smear all of this. Unless that's the effect we want. But normally we will want that clean, so we change the pedal each time we change the chords, and that happens to be at the measure here. So it's here, change, and it takes a little practice to get in the habit of changing the pedal after you play the note. The last 2 measures there was here, here, and then play the note first, then the chord, and then here. And then lift everything up together at the end. It's good practice to do that. Try other things. Try just pedaling the half notes and don't pedal the quarter notes. It's good practice there too. Now on page 27 they have this pedaling chord things. And it's just a chord. They put the name of the chord above the staff. You see what they are. You have C chords, the first measure here. And because of that whole half note, try and hold them down. Don't lift it up because you got to move. It's not a quarter note, quarter rest. That's in the right hand. The left hand, try and hold it down. The idea on that one. So I'd go through the process of learning this, but this lesson is more on the pedaling, so I'm going to pretend that we've already learned it. We can play the notes and the rhythms okay. Now, when we get to the pedaling part, again, we're going to lag pedal. Lag means behind. Syncopated pedal is another one where the notes go down first and then the pedal, and you're changing the pedal after you play the notes throughout this whole thing. You still hold the half notes down though. And that's the way it is. Just for fun and kicks and giggles and all that junk, I want to show you another little thing about pedaling that they'll show you eventually. I'm going to show you now. And that is where we can use the pedal to help us with the phrasing. Remember, phrases are the musical sentences. Here, it's like every 2 measures is a phrase. Here, it's one musical thought. Not much of a melody, but it's still a musical thought. Well, I'd like to hear just a little bit of silence in between the phrases. So going from the 2nd measure to the 3rd measure, here, I'd like to hear a little silence in there for the phrase, like taking a breath. To do that, I'm going to lift the pedal with the hands. So it's here. So we get just a speck of silence. If I do that, it's this way. Just a speck of silence, just added the phrasing in there. That's part of interpreting the music. That's why you experiment with the pedal and you get different effects and different sounds out of it. Let me know if you have any questions on any of this, but we're going to be talking about pedaling quite a bit now for the pieces that need it.